Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my Contrmporary-a-thon wrap up for you. Yes, you could probably tell I'm sick. I'm actually feeling a lot better than I have been in over a week. During Contrmporary-a-thon I got really sick, and just recently I have lost my voice. I'm starting to get it back a little bit. This is the best I can talk. I'm trying really hard. But yeah, there's nothing else I can do. I've been putting off making videos for well over a week now because of how sick I was and the fact that I lost my voice, and I just oh man, there's really nothing else I can do. But because I pre-film so many videos, I was able to hide the fact that I haven't been filming in weeks. I don't think I've filmed a video since, like, I don't know, it was weeks ago. But yeah, I've put those videos up. I did miss one day. I missed Tuesday of this week. I'm filming on Friday because it's the only day I could film where I had any bit of a voice. And I didn't want to put this off any longer, so I'm here with my wrap-up for Contrmporary-a-thon. You'll probably be seeing a couple of videos in this shirt with this voice because there's nothing else I can do. This is the only day I have to film, and I need to get videos up. I've been slacking on that. Well, really, it's not my fault. I've been sick, but, you know, what can you do? Okay, so yeah, Contrmporary-a-thon went well. It went really well. Even though I was sick, I managed to read quite a bit, and I was really happy. And I stuck to my TBR. It was great. I only added, what, one book to it? Okay. I DNF'd one book. I just couldn't do it. It's like the last day of the readathon, and I had to read this book, and I was just not feeling it, and I wasn't gonna push myself to try and finish it, and I just really wasn't liking it. I got like 50 pages in, and I wasn't liking it. That is The Geography of Lost Things by Jessica Brody. Oh my god, this is about a girl who inherits a car from her late father. She finds out he passed, and he gives her his car. That's what she receives from him. She doesn't want his car. She wants nothing from him because they were estranged. He really wasn't in her life as much as he should have been. Forgive me. And she doesn't want anything from him. So she goes on Craigslist and sells a car. Also, her and her mom are having a really tough time keeping the house, keeping the bills paid. And they're about to be evicted, so they need money bad. And when she finds out that his car is worth like $32,000, she is all set to drive there to to hand over the car. Now the only problem is the car is a stick, and she doesn't know how to drive stick shift, but her ex-boyfriend Nico does, and so they go on this road trip to sell off this car. And just things happen along the way. I didn't get very far. Like I said, I got 50 pages in. But I know, because when I DNF a book, I don't just go like, okay, well, this sucks and I'm done. I've talked about this before, but I like kind of skim a little bit to see if there's anything good that happens. And I did notice like a lot of crazy shit happens along the way. But okay. So the reason her and her father were really estranged, like the reason she really doesn't want this car, is her father lied to her a lot. Her father was like a chronic liar. And the reason her and her ex-boyfriend broke up, because she found out that he was lying to her as well. She doesn't know what he was, she doesn't know what the truth was, but she doesn't know that he was lying. And so she hates liars. She hates liars so much. This is what really pissed me off. Like around I don't remember where exactly it was, but it was like around the 50-page mark where she is selling off the car and she needs to leave that night to go and, you know, drive to this guy's, it's pretty far, but she needs to go and drive to this guy to sell it. Her friend, her best friend is like, well, you're going to come to the party, because she doesn't know about any of this. And she's like, no, I'm going to go help out my mom. She needs help. So I'm going to go to her and I'm going to go help her out. And I'm just like, why would you lie about that? It just really upset me that she hates liars so much, but she goes around and she just lies. And it makes no sense to me. And I was just so pissed off. I DNF'd it. Like, I struggled to get through a little bit more. Like, I tried to just get over that. But it just really stuck with me and it really upset me. And I was just done with it. Like, I was like, no, you can't have it both ways. You can't hate liars and be a liar yourself. Makes no sense to me. So yeah, that was it for me. I was just done with that book. I can't remember what challenge this was supposed to, was it actually, which challenge was this supposed to be for? Oh, book that I was meant to read in 2018, because I was really excited for it. Also, I should have mentioned, Contrmporary-a-thon was hosted, like, I have this all in my TBR, so you can check that out, but it was hosted by Julie from Pages and Pens, Melanie from Mel to the Any, Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads, and Natasha from My Reading is Odd. I follow all of them. I love all of them. They're amazing. But yeah, I'll leave a link to my TBR down below where that has links to all of their channels and their announcement videos and everything. There were giveaways with this readathon and stuff, and it was great. It was a fun time. It really was. I loved watching all of their daily vlogs. It was a really fun time, and I had a really great time participating in this readathon. It was great. So yeah, now we can actually get to the books that actually fit the challenges and that I completed. So yeah, let's start with the first book. So the first book I read was Fame, Fate, and the First Kiss by Casey West. This completed the challenge to read my newest acquired contemporary. This is Casey West's newest book. I've been a fan of Casey West for quite a few years now. I've really loved all of her books. I've read all of her contemporary, you know, up to date. This is a companion to Love, Life, and the First Kiss. No, not the First Kiss. Love, Life, and the List. Right. So this one follows the best friend of the main character from that book. If that makes sense. I think. So you do get to see the characters from that book in here, which was kind of good. I did enjoy that. This follows Lacey, who is like, she's 17, she's an aspiring actress. She's been in like commercials and stuff, but she gets her big break when she gets a star role in a like campy horror film. The only thing is that she's doing great on set, but her grades and her schoolwork is dropping. Like, she just doesn't really give a shit about school. And her dad, who is like adamant that she actually complete her stuff and, you know, do the things she's supposed to do, finds her a tutor. His name is Donovan, and he tutors her on set whenever she, like, you know, is okay with doing it. It's really, that's pretty much it for the plot, other than the fact that there's a mystery, like a mini mystery going on. Things are disappearing of hers on set, and she doesn't know why they're disappearing. They should be there where they're supposed to be. It's not like she lost them or anything. They're just going missing. And she also feels like she's being watched and followed at times. She doesn't know what's going on, so her and Donovan kind of investigate this. this was just like a generic young adult contemporary. This really didn't have any substance to it other than, you know, just what it was. It was okay. I liked Casey West's other books a lot more. This was just okay to me. I did like the interactions between her and Donovan. I thought their relationship was kind of cute. Lacey could piss me off a little bit. Like, I understand, like, you know, this is her big break and she really wants to focus on that, but you also really need to focus on your schoolwork, and you also really need to focus on your grades, and you're not going to schools, and all you have to do is just complete the packets and complete your schoolwork, and she just doesn't really care about it. Like, she says she'll do it, and then she doesn't do it, and it's like, yeah, I get it, you're 17, you don't care, but come on. I don't know, she always makes up something, like, the reason not to do it. And it's just kind of annoying at times. I do really like the friendships she builds on set. It was really nice. I gave this like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was cute, but that's really all it was. It wasn't anything like mind-blowing. There really wasn't anything else to it. I would have really liked there to be. Like I said, I really enjoyed Casey West's other contemporaries. This one was just okay. Then I read Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake. Oh man. This one completed the challenge for to read a emotional, like, dark, hard-hitting contemporary. This is about Mara, who is really going through a lot. She and her girlfriend had just broke up, and Mara's kind of depressed about that, even though she's the one who broke up with her girlfriend. Okay. So, to just try and, like, cheer her up a little bit, she ends up going to a party with her twin brother Owen and his best friend Alex. At this party, Owen and his girlfriend Hannah end up leaving, you know, to go and make out, possibly have sex. And Alex and Mara just pretty much, like, stuck there. And then Mara ends up seeing her girlfriend Charlie with another girl there. And Mara just isn't up for staying for that. So she gets Alex to take her home. Now, later on, she finds out that something really traumatic happened at this party. She finds out that her best friend, well, one of her really good friends, Hannah, has accused her brother Owen of raping her. And Mara doesn't know what to do. She obviously wants to believe Hannah, and she obviously doesn't want to lose her brother Owen, but it's like, what do you do in this situation? And you're torn between your, like, one of your best friends and your twin brother, the one who knows you so well. And it's just so hard to read sometimes. Like, I had to put this book down a little bit. Like, every once in a while I would just be like, no, this is too much, I can't. And I understand, like, I could sympathize with it being torn, because, like, even though you know going into this, the twin brother is a rapist, like, you know, he's being accused of rape. You know that going into this book, because it tells you right on the inside flat. You know, you end up liking the twin brother, like, from the very beginning. He's a likable guy, you know, and you like his relationship with Mara. But you know he's a rapist. And you don't know what to do either. Like, you know, obviously you're believing Hannah, like, you know, you believe her, obviously. But it's like, what do you do in this situation? And I did cry a little bit. Like, I didn't tear up as much as I would have liked to, or as much as I thought I would have. But yeah, this one definitely was hard to read at times, and it's a short book, but it impacts a lot. And yeah, I mean, obviously there's stuff going on with Mara and Charlie as well. And I really liked the relationship. And yeah, I gave this 4.5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. Even I didn't enjoy the subject matter, but I did really enjoy the book. And I'm glad that I read it. I'm glad that I gave this a chance. Even though I knew this would hurt, this would definitely break me. I'm glad that I read it. And this was also another challenge. This one fit the challenge that this one didn't. To read a book that I meant to read in 2018. So, yes, so that would fit 2 challenges. Oh, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Okay, next up, I read Duke by Default by Alyssa Cole. This fits the challenge. Oh man, what is this fit? I listened to this on audiobook, so this was my non-traditional format. Right? Though I did listen to another audiobook as well during Contrmporary-a-thon, but this one was for that challenge pretty much. Though it also could have been another challenge for the picture on the spine. Though, I mean, some of them also fit that, so yeah. But yeah, this is my non-traditional format. Oh, this also could have been diverse too, so, because it's very diverse. This is the sequel/companion to A Princess in Theory, which I read last year and loved so much. I listened to the audiobook of that one as well. I highly recommend the audiobooks for these. They're so amazing. I love the narrator. She just does a fantastic job of the accents and the reading of the story, like the narrating of it. It's just amazing. This follows Portia, who is the best friend of the main character of the last book. And Portia is undergoing a transformation. She's got she just is, I don't know, it's not a project or anything, but she's going under a new Portia. She's trying to change the way she's been. She's trying to be more, trying to be sober for the first time in a while, and celibate for the first time in a long while. So yeah, no more drinking, no more sex, just, she's just trying to be a different person than she has been in a really long while. And with this new transformation, she ends up taking up his internship in Scotland under a sword maker, which is amazing. His name is Tavish. And when she gets there and she meets him, they don't have the greatest of first meets. Their meeting was just insane. But it could have been definitely a meet cute. It was cute. It was funny, but it wasn't great for them. It was hilarious though. And they don't have the greatest of relationships from the start. How do I say this? It's not a hate to love, it's not an enemies to lovers or anything like that, but they're definitely annoyed with each other, and they try to avoid each other as much as they can, pretty much, but they definitely end up in a relationship. They definitely act on their feelings later on. They have feelings right away, he believes she's gorgeous, she believes he's hot, so hot. Oh, and that accent, yeah, hello. He's Scottish, I mean, come on. And but yeah, they're more annoyed with each other, and they don't want to act on their feelings. He has reasons, she has her reasons, they don't want to act on it, and he's her boss. She doesn't want to be that person, but it's hard. It's so hard. And she finds out more about him, and she starts warming up to him more, and he finds out more about her, starts warming up to her more, and it's just so cute. And I love this book so much. I give this 5 out of 5 stars. I love this book so much. I love Alyssa Cole. I think she just has the best books. At least for these two, A Princess in Theory and A Duke by Default. I just love them so much. Oh, and also, Tavish, you find out, is the son of a duke, which is why it's called A Duke by Default. Yeah, when he finds out, oh my god. It's not good. And Portia accidentally does something to, you know, kind of push him to live in that world. It's not good. But yeah, it was so good. I give that 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely listen to the audiobook of these. I can't push that enough. Please listen to these audiobooks. I don't have many favorite audiobooks, but I do really like, these are definitely some of them. And I know she just came out with the novella, Once Ghosted, Twice Shy, something like that. Right? Something like that. I really am trying to find the audiobook for that one because I really want to listen to the audiobook for that. Okay, next up we have 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. This one was for Blurple. There's blue, there's purple. Yeah. That was the challenge, to read a book with blue or purple in the spine or blurple, if you could find it together, like mixed. Okay, so this one is Sally Thorne's newest book. She wrote The Hating Game. Everybody loves The Hating Game. I really enjoy The Hating Game, though I remember unhauling it. I have since gotten it back. I have since decided to just buy it because I really, really want to read The Hating Game again. And what I really love about this book, because there's not a whole lot, is that there is a epilogue for The Hating Game in here. And I think that might really make me love The Hating Game more, because I haven't read it. I'm really wanting to reread The Hating Game before going into the epilogue. This one is not a hate to love. This one has nothing to do with The Hating Game, by the way. And it's not a hate to love romance. This is a friends to lovers romance. We follow Darcy, who's a bartender. She's like a take no shit from anybody kind of person. She traveled the world for a while. She really likes to like travel. And she's stuck there, stuck in her hometown because she wants to restore her grandmother's, her late grandmother's cottage, or house, her late grandmother's house. But she's stuck in that project with her twin brother, who, her and him have gotten into it. They are not talking. Also could be the fact that she doesn't have a phone because she broke her phone. Tom is her twin brother's, not twin, just, oh yeah, her twin brother's best friend. It's called 99% Mine because he was like 100% or 99% his. Like Tom, like, okay, her twin brother, doesn't even say his name. Jamie. Her twin brother, Jamie, like, doesn't own Tom, but, you know, makes it feel like it. He doesn't like to share. Okay. And Darcy doesn't really get to have much of relationship with Tom because of that. Growing up. They've known each other for a long time. And Tom is at the house. He is the one in charge of restoring it now. So Darcy now has more time with Tom, whether she likes it or not. And she really wants to be with him. She really wants to act on her feelings that she's had for a very long time. But Tom is just not going for it. At first. He's definitely, like, in the middle between Darcy and Jamie. And he's stuck there. Like, it's not good. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this book. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. Like, sometimes I want to give it a 3.5, but sometimes I just want to give it a 3. Like, it's definitely a 3. I'm just going to say it. It's definitely a 3. I liked the relationship. I liked Tom, okay? I didn't really like the relationship as much. I really liked Tom. And I understand Darcy, where her and her fight with her brother is concerned. But I don't really like Darcy. I really don't. And at first I really don't care about her and Tom together. I don't really want them together. Like, it took a long time for them to get together. Like, at least half the book. So, and because of that, I just didn't really connect with them as much as I would have liked to. Later on, yeah, the relationship is kind of cute. But Darcy, I don't like Darcy. There's just something about her. She rubs me the wrong way, and I don't like her much. And so that really suffered. And I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot to the story. So I gave it 3 stars. I wanted to like this more, and I just didn't. So yeah. Next up, we have The Me I Meant to Be by Sophie Jordan. Okay. So, this one. This is a young adult contemporary. It's a pretty generic young adult contemporary. This is about Willa and Fleur. Willa and her best friend Fleur. Fleur and Zach, her boyfriend, have just broken up. Well, Zach broke up with her. And Willa has always had feelings for Zach. He's her next door neighbor. She's always had feelings for him ever since they met. But he and Fleur started dating, and her feelings had to take the backseat. Oh my god. So, even though they have just broken up, Fleur and Zach, Willa can't act on her feelings because of the girl code. You're not supposed to date your best friend's ex. You're just not supposed to. Or a guy your best friend really likes. That's the girl code. You're not supposed to do it. Willa is having a hard time with that, though. Though she is adamant she won't act on her feelings with Zach, she doesn't want to hurt her best friend in any way. Though Zach is not making this easy because he wants to be with Willa. He wants to be with her. And he's not making it easy on Willa at all. Fleur is having a hard time at home. She doesn't have the greatest home life. Her mom has left her. Her dad is dating someone way younger than him and not really caring much about her. At least that's how I see it. Oh my god. Fleur ends up getting this tutor, Grayson, to help her out with schoolwork. And she ends up developing feelings for him. Okay. This was just okay. This wasn't the greatest. I mean, you know from the plot that there's not going to be a whole lot in this story. It's really all this was. It's just people trying to hook up. Also trying not to hook up, you know, because of girl code. I liked it. I thought it was cute. That's all I can say about it. There really wasn't anything else to it. I thought Willa and Zach, once they actually end up getting together, because you know it's going to happen, okay? It's right here. There's Willa and Zach. And there's Fleur and Grayson. They're cute. And Fleur and Grayson are cute too. But I felt like Willa should have opened up more about her feelings for Zach. And she didn't. And because of that, her friendship with Fleur kind of suffered a little. You know, there was definitely drama. I gave this like a 2.53 stars. It was okay. It was cute. Would I ever pick this up again? Probably not. And that's for actually a couple of them. Like, I still want to keep this because of the hating game, and I really want to see how the epilogue goes. But if the epilogue sucks for the hating game, I might get rid of that. I really hope not, because, like, I just bought these. And Fame, Fate, and The First Kiss. And I own all of Casey West's book. All of her books. But now I'm thinking about getting rid of that, too. Oh, my God. Okay, so next up we have a book that I don't own, and that is The Kiss Thief. That is by L.J. Shen. I read L.J. Shen's Dirty Headlines last year and loved it. I thought it was a great smutty romance. It was really, really good. It was definitely some spexy time. And I really loved the characters, even though the main love interest is an asshole. I loved him. Okay. Here we have The Kiss Thief, which, I don't know, is that her newest book? I think it's her newest one. I think it's think it's pretty new. This is about Francesca, who's like the daughter of this mafia lord guy. I don't know. How do you say that? Mafia boss? I don't know. But she's like the princess, okay? And her father's really adamant about her like getting married and having babies, and that's all she's really good for. Okay. There's a tradition in her family where when a girl turns 18, she has this box, and there's notes in this box, and these notes kind of define your future. Like, define your fate. So yeah, you're supposed to open this box when you turn 18 and read these notes, and that's what happens. She ends up opening the box early and picking up the first note, and the first note is that you will kiss the love of your life tonight. There is a party tonight, or that night, and her childhood friend, the guy that she has been in love with ever since they've met, Angelo, is going to be there, and her dream is to be his wife, and she is determined to get a kiss from him. Okay. She meets this senator during the party. He has a massive grudge against her father, and he wants vengeance. She doesn't know this, but you know this. And he finds out about the note. He finds out about that she needs a kiss from the love of her life. And he ends up stealing her kiss. Hence why the book is called The Kiss Thief. He ends up going to her father and demanding that they get married, that they become betrothed. And so her dreams of marrying her love Angelo, out the window. This guy's an asshole, okay? But instead of like really loving that part, I just didn't really care so much about it. I really didn't care much about the relationship between them. I thought it was really, really hard to read at times. I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot going for them. Oh my god. Like, she ends up having to live with him, and she hates him. Like, it's definitely a hate to love, but I didn't feel like there was any middle. Like, I felt like she hated him, and then she really loved him. And I'm just like, what? When did this happen? Like, why did it? Like, I understand, he stands up for her at times, in front of her father. Okay. He's not doing this to be a good guy. He's not doing this for you. He really could care less about you. I mean, I guess, like, he ends up starting to develop feelings for her as well. But I just didn't feel like there was any middle. Like, there was the hate, and then there was the love. There was no, like, in between. There was no developing of friendships. He's a dick. It was a whole Beauty and the Beast thing without the whole saving Belle from the wolves kind of, part. Because that's where Belle goes from hating him to really seeing that he's a kind of a good guy. He has some good in him. You don't get that. Okay, just because he stood up for you in front of your father does not mean there's good in him. Does not mean that, you need to fall in love with him right now. Makes no sense. Okay. Also, they're kind of horrible to each other. Really, really horrible to each other. There's that whole relationship with Angelo. Okay. And then there's him, like, trying to stick his dick into anything that moves. I didn't really care for this book as much as I would have liked to. I found that this is from L.J. Shen. There's a whole Beauty and the Beast kind of aspect to this book, and I really wanted to like it. I didn't. I gave it like a 2.5 stars. There were some smexy time, kind of good. At times, sometime. It wasn't the greatest book. It really wasn't. Maybe this gets like a 2 star. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to give it a 2 star because now that I'm really thinking about it, like, I think I gave it like a 3-star in the beginning, and then I was really thinking about it the other day, and I was like, no, it's good, it's a 2.5. Like, this doesn't get a 3. And then now I'm literally thinking about it now, and I'm just like, why am I giving it a 2.5? This is a 2. This is not the greatest book. Like, I really didn't like the characters at all. So, yeah, this is a 2-star. I don't think it really fit for any of the challenges. Yeah, it didn't. But I snuck it in there. The last book that I read was My Saving Grace. And that was On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Oh my god. Okay, so this was the other audiobook that I listened to. Also, my bad. They could see if I read on ebook, so that was another non-traditional format, so I guess I could have completed that challenge if I needed it. I listened to this on audiobook because I listened to The Hating Game on, not The Hating Game, The Hate You Give. Oh my god, The Hate You Give on audiobook. And I loved it. You guys know how much I love that audiobook. I love that book. I love that movie. I just love everything about it. This one, I had to listen on audiobook because it was on script and I had to. Guys, this was amazing. This is about Bree, who, I guess, okay, I did find out she is in The Hate You Give for like a page or so. She is like a side character. You don't get to see much of her, but she is in it for like a little bit. And I found out I need to like really go in. I think it's like on page 444, I think I found out about. Maybe. They do reference a little bit of The Hate You Give in this, like of what happened in that book in this. Because this is definitely set months later. Yeah. So this is about Bree. Her father was like this legendary rap artist, and she is determined to follow in his footsteps on her own feet. Like, she doesn't want to be in his shadow anymore. This is her, dream, and she wants it to be her name that is said. She doesn't want to be Little La anymore, which her father was Lawless. She doesn't want to be Little La. She's Bree. That's the name she wants everyone to know. And, oh my god. I'm trying really hard to, remember. But yeah, her father's killed, years before. And, Bree and her family are going through some really tough times. They're also, trying really hard to, keep the house and keep the bills up. And, what's it called? Shit happens to her at school. They see her as this aggressive person, because she's black, and, she likes rap. Yeah, they see her as aggressive. She rolls her eyes at a teacher. She gets out to the office. She speaks up about something. She just asks questions, and they see her as aggressive, and they send her to the office. I hate that so much. They also, because of what happened in Hate You Give, with, why can't I think of his name? Star's friend, Malik, right? Is that his name? Malik, I think. And he, because he was shot by a police officer, and, all of that happened, and the riots and everything that happened during that time, her school now has security guards, and, they have to go through the, metal machine. What the hell is it called? What is wrong with me? They have to go through the metal detectors. Well, yeah, they have to go through detectors, to make sure they're not, bringing any, weapons or anything into school, drugs or anything like that. And, of course, the black students are the ones being, given, secondary searches, even though the detector doesn't beep. I hate that. Bree is... They set aside Bree for one of these searches, and she doesn't want to give up her backpack. She's kind of got candy, and she's selling candy, which is not good. And she can get in trouble for that. But also she feels like she doesn't need to. The detector did not beep. She does not need to give up anything. They shouldn't be searching her. But they're adamant about it. And they throw her to the ground. And it's just fucked up, okay? And Bree is just having a tough time with everything that's happening, with the stuff that's happening at school, with the stuff that's happening at home. And she's just, rap is her outlet. She, you know, she writes songs to just get everything out. And she writes about what she knows and what's going on in her life. And she ends up getting this song, she ends up writing this really fantastic song and getting it out there. And it starts to have controversy with everybody around her. And just a lot of shit happens. And it's hard to read at times. The rap, okay, I'm not a fan of rap as much. Like, I just don't connect with it. But I really love the rap in here. Like, I really love the way she could take words and, like, rhyme things with other words that you would just, like, okay. And it's just on the fly, you know? Like, she doesn't need any time to, like, really think up, like, rhymes for some words. It was really good. I really love the audiobook. I really love this book. Okay, I have a new book boyfriend, and that is Curtis. I freaking love Curtis so much. Oh, his relationship with Bree is amazing. And that kiss between her and Curtis, fuck, it was so hot. Oh my god, I love this book. I love the relationship between her and her brother. It was so beautiful. I loved it so much. The relationship that with her and her mom, even though her and her mom are going through things. I'm not going to go into why, but they are. The relationship between her and her friends. The fact that, she has a gay friend. He came out to her years ago. They didn't make a big deal out of it, and I love that. I love that so much. And I love that they kind of help him with this online relationship that he's trying to have with another guy. And it's great. I love this book. I love this book so much. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I gave the audiobook 5 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend listening to it as well as just devouring this because it's amazing. That is it for Contemporary-a-thon. That was all the books I read. I read, 7 books, right? Yeah, I read 7 books. I DNF'd one, but it happens. I wasn't going to force myself to read it if I wasn't enjoying it. Especially, I couldn't stand the whole lying thing. Especially when she hates liars. It just really annoys me. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again with another. Happy reading. Bye.